Before starting with rational numbers, we will first understand one important yet small property which confuses many. Identifying sign of a rational number. Just like in integers, every rational number has one single sign, either positive like this or negative like this. So in case if we have more than one sign towards left of a rational number like this, we need to convert it into a single sign. And it's pretty simple. Just like we did in integers, count the number of negatives in every rational number. Now one thing we need to be careful here is that we need to count every negatives, be it in denominator like this or in numerator like this, or for the entire number like this. Now just like in integers, if the number of negatives is odd, resulting sign of the number will be negative. For example, in -1/2, we have only one negative on the numerator, which makes the number minus of 1/2. Similarly, minus of -1/-2 has 3 negatives and hence it will change to -1/2. If the number of negatives are even, the resulting signs are going to be positive. For example, -1/-2 has 2 negatives, one on numerator and the other on denominator. Hence it will turn into +1/2. Now remember, if a number has a single negative and if it is on the denominator, we need to take it to the numerator. For example, 3/-5 will get converted into -3/5 conventionally. Alright, now it's time for us to look into types of rational numbers. Rational numbers are of two types: proper rational numbers and improper rational numbers. Let's analyze them. Proper rational number. Remember the time we discussed about the pizza? We had one pizza and we cut it into many pieces. Let's say you took 3 slices from 8. It would be represented as 3/8, and 3 pieces won't make one whole pizza. Even if you take 7 pieces, you won't be getting more than one whole pizza, as you need 8 pieces to make one whole pizza. Now here, if you take 1/8, 2/8, 3/8 and till 7/8, you won't be getting a whole pizza, which means all these numbers are less than one whole. Hence they are known as proper rational numbers or proper fractions. If you look over here, you can see that their numerator are smaller than denominator. This is because they won't have more numbers of parts than what it takes to make one whole. So proper fractions are numbers whose numerator is smaller than the denominator. Some examples are 5/7, 6/11, 15/19, -2/3, etc. Look at this number 7/4. What does that mean? 7 out of 4. Remember what I said about numerator and denominator? Numerator represents values that we need or the parts that we are talking about, while denominator represents parts in one whole. Let's take an ego here. Now as per the definition of numerator and denominator, the denominator here should represent the number of pieces in one whole, which means one ego is cut into 4 pieces, and as per the numerator, we should get 7 pieces, but we have only 4 here. We can't cut this 4 pieces anymore, as that would change the numerator and perhaps it won't even divide them equally. Now this is very simple. You get a new ego. We cut them into 4 pieces itself and take 3 from it. Here we go. We have 7 pieces in total, while one whole ego has only 4 pieces. This is known as improper fraction, which means you would have equal or more than one whole with you. Now here, if you take 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, 8/4, all of them are greater than one whole. As you can see here, all numerators are either equal or greater than denominator. Hence we can say improper fractions are numbers whose numerators are either equal or greater than the denominator. Let's look into them once again. If I have 4 pieces, I get a whole ego. If I have 8 pieces, I get 2 whole egos. If I have 12 pieces, I get 3 whole Eggos. 4, 8, 12, all of them are multiples of 4, who is the denominator. So we can say if the numerator is a multiple of the denominator, we get a whole number. For example, 6 by 3 is 2, as there are 2 3s and 1 6. I hope you can connect this with division as well. Just divide 6 with 2, you get the answer as the quotient. Similarly, you can represent any improper fraction as mixed fraction. Let's see how to do it. Let's say you have 5/3 of a cake, which means one cake is cut into 3 pieces and you have 5 of them. As you can see here, you have one whole cake and 2/3 of the other cake. So you can write this as 1, 2 by 3. Similarly, if you have 7/3 of a cake, you have 2 wholes and 1/3 of a cake. Hence you can write this as 2, 1 by 3. This form is known as mixed fraction. But how do we convert an improper fraction to a mixed fraction? It is very easy. To convert an improper fraction to mixed fraction, you have to divide the numerator with denominator through long division. For example, we will convert 18 by 13 to a mixed fraction. 18 divided by 13 gives us 1 as quotient and 5 as remainder. Now we will represent the improper fraction in the format of Q R by D, where Q is the quotient and act as the whole number part, R and D are remainder and divisor and act as numerator and denominator of the fractional part. Now here, 18 by 13 can be written as 1, 5 by 13. Remember, if the number was minus 8 by 13, you would do the same step without considering the negative sign and put the negative sign at last. Hence, minus 18 by 13 can be written as minus of 1, 5 by 13. Now, if we need to convert a mixed fraction back to an improper fraction, all that you need to do here is multiply denominator with the whole number part and then add the resulting product with the numerator. That would be the new numerator. And denominator would be as it is. For example, 2 5 by 8 can be written as 8 multiplied with 2 plus 5 whole divided by 8, which is equal to 21 by 8. If we need to convert a negative mixed rational number to its improper form, just do the same step and put the negative at last. For example, minus 2 5 by 8 can be written as minus of 8 multiplied with 2 plus 5 whole divided by 8, which is equal to minus 21 by 8.